An essential attribute of a leader is great articulation skills. I honestly believe that most people have great ideas, but the problem is that they don't know how to express them. Ideas in their raw mental state are not fit for articulation unless they've been fully deconstructed, assessed, and refined. When we attempt to express ideas in their raw form, they get rejected by people because we haven't put enough work into developing them. Before an idea can be expressed, you must first question the validity of the idea. Determine whether or not the information being used to found the idea is based in fact or reality. If the information upon which the idea was founded is not factual, then the idea or notion cannot be true. If the information is, however, factual, then you can test the theoretical integrity of the idea by forming mental projections of the idea under hypothetical conditions. Can you or other people relate to the idea? After theoretical application comes practical application. When we apply the idea in practice, does it produce the projected or intended result? The average person never gets past the first step of this thought process, either due to mental lethargy or simple indifference. Solid ideas demonstrate a clear vision. The power to convince lies in one's ability to communicate ideas in a way that forces people to introspect. They must be able to draw a connection between what you're saying and their own life experiences. Otherwise, you're only having a conversation with yourself. Ideas without form or structure are chaotic and incommunicable. But those who take the time to explore, investigate, deconstruct, and refine their ideas are the ones who will become the best at communicating them. As a leader, you must be able to consolidate your ideas into a logical, sensical format for people to absorb. Writing. The best way to enhance your communication skills is by writing. Writing is different from casual conversation in that it requires you to express your thoughts in a structured manner. The proper use of words, sentence structures, and logic will enable you to polish and refine your ideas in preparation for communication. Just imagine ideas as metal ore. The pen is your hammer and the paper is your anvil. Time. Time is more valuable than money. Use the time you have to engage in purposeful activities. People spend thousands of dollars on entertainment devices just to comfort them in their indolence. If you want to be successful, then avoid these 5 things: video games, social media, mindless internet browsing, television, and partying. Partying is supposed to be celebratory. If someone invites you to a party and it's not a celebration of anything purposeful or significant, like a promotion or graduation, then don't go. Understand how to use time for learning and personal growth. The connections you make with people will allow you to establish solid, enduring relationships. You have to surround yourself with people you can trust to make the right decisions. Sometimes a leader may be required to appoint other people to positions of power and authority. This requires discernment and accurate judge of character. Getting to know people's strengths and weaknesses through relationships and experience will enable a leader to assign people to roles which are in accordance to their respective competencies. Your reasons for appointing people to positions of authority cannot be selfishly motivated. Romantic interests and familial appeasement must be secondary to actual competency. Appoint people to positions because that is where their skills will be most effective and useful, not because they are a family member or friend. Leaders must have the discipline to put aside their own feelings and desires for the sake of those they lead. A leader will be called to make important decisions and meet with certain people at times when they are engaged in personal affairs, like time with family or necessary rest and relaxation. Therefore, a good leader must be loving and compassionate enough to put their personal life aside to help others. In like manner, they must also possess the strength to deny their own entitlement. Here's some wisdom. Discard prejudices. When you've already made up your mind about someone before getting to know them, you may find your assessment of them to be erroneous and miss valuable opportunities to network and build relationships. Prepare yourself for sacrificial responsibilities by making small daily sacrifices. Deny yourself small pleasures and comforts. This will strengthen your mental resolve and spiritual constitution. Stay at work for an extra hour, even if you don't want to. Pick up the other person's slack when you don't have to. Choose to stand when you have the option to sit.